Good morning, dear students. You are most welcome in our YouTube channel Learning with Rajesh. In 10th class topic, today we are going to start lesson number 1, resources and development. So, first of all, we are going to read about the meaning of resources. So, meaning of resources, things which are useful for us are called resources. I hope you got the point. And after that, features of resources. There are main features of resources written below. The first one is resources are limited. You know that resources are limited. They are in limited form. And after that, resources are valuable. It means they are very valuable for us. For example, here is mobile in my hand. It's also valuable resource for me and you also. And after that, resources are exhaustible here means they will be finished at any day. After that, there are classification of resources. uh, we can classify resources into four major parts. First one is on the basis of origin, and second one on the basis of exhaustibility, and the third one is on the basis of ownership, and last one is on the basis of development. Now we are going to read all these one by one. First one is on the basis of origin. On the basis of origin, there are two types of resources. First one is biotic and second one is abiotic. Biotic here means living organisms and abiotic means non-living things. As you know that you learned this topic in science also. After that, the second one classification on the basis of exhaustibility. On the basis of exhaustibility, there are also two types of resources. First one is renewable resources. Renewable resources means that resources uh, supplied easily. For example, solar energy is the best example of renewable resources which can be supplied easily. And the second one, non-renewable resources. Non-renewable resources are the resources which can't supplied easily. For example, coal, natural gas, petroleum. These are the example of non-renewable resources. As you know that these resources are made after a crore years and a very long span of time, so that's why we can't supply them easily. These are known as non-renewable resources. And after that, on the basis of ownership. On the basis of ownership, there are four major types of resources. First one is private owned by people. It means, for example, X has a field, cultivable field. It's known as private resource. On the other hand, public resources. Public resources are owned by the government. For example, Indian Railway and BSNL, whatever. Example. The next one, national. National resources are the resources which are within the boundary of a country. For example, some resources like mountain and other resources, coal, whatever the resources, these are in the boundary of a country of India. Coal in Jharkhand and petroleum in Assam. These are the resources of national type of. National means within the boundary of a country. And the next one, international resources. Beyond the 200 mile in the sea, these are resources known as international resources. If we want to use these type of resources, we have to seek permission from the international institutions like US, UN, United Nations. And the next one, on the basis of development. This is the very important question of the lesson, and this can be on the basis of 5 marks in the exam. First one, potential resources. Potential resources are the resources which are not developed yet and which are not using nowadays. For example, solar energy, which is found in Rajasthan, we have estimated that there will be solar energy in Rajasthan, but it's not developed yet and we are still not using it. That's why it's known as potential resource. And the next one, developed resource. Developed resource means which are well developed and in use. For example, coal in Jharkhand is a well example of developed resources. We know the quantity of coal there, and we are also using this coal in our Khedar plant, very well. And after that, stock is the third one part of resources on the basis of development. So stock are the resources which we do not have technology to use them properly. We don't have technology to use them properly. For example, you read in the lesson there is H2O, but we don't have technology to separate them. And after that, reserve are the resources which are reserved for future needs. For example, water and forest. I hope you enjoyed the session. If you have any problem in getting the points, you can drop a comment in comment box. And thank you and have a nice day. Please subscribe the channel and like and share also. Thank you. Have a nice day.